Two humorous nurses would like to acknowledge the true custodians of the land in which we record our podcast, the Yorta Yorta people.
We pay our respects to elders past and present and extend our respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders listening today. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Two humorous nurses with Kelly and Alisha.
It's a debrief.
It's the first debrief of 2024. Honestly, I didn't know if we'd come back.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew we would, but it was hard to get started.
We apologise. It's the 13th of February.
I know.
Well, it's not that bad. Sorry, it's still. When do you stop saying New Year?
Oh, 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
I don't know. More? It doesn't. Honestly, I'm so time blind at the moment. Couldn't even believe it's my birthday on Friday.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, this can't be happening. Like, I'm not ready. And we go away on Friday. So
Yeah.
it's just this year has already flown.
Wow.
I can't believe Lockie's like nearly 5 months old.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He loves me. Did Ollie love me at this age? She'll love me now. Seen her in the supermarket tonight.
Ollie, yeah,
Hi, Ollie.
She talks about you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
They all do.
I'll say, who's on the phone? Oh, just Kelly.
Obsessed with me, but hates my guts.
Yeah. I'm trying.
It's okay.
She really is still standoffish to a lot of people. Even with Jess, she doesn't really.
I think it's the age too. Like it's just, it's just a lot.
By some miracle, she let the chiropractor. Like she actually went to the chiropractor this week and like had taken to this woman immediately. Like I've never seen her do that to anyone. So she's getting better.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
She's still cute.
We just started a few conversations because she calls herself shy. Anyone else would call her shy. I don't like the word, but we've started some conversations around like, what are you feeling when you feel like you don't want to talk to people? And I was listening to Maggie Dent's podcast and this parental as anything, and she was like, she does a whole episode on shy kids, and she said, ask them, like, what's making you sad or anxious or scared? Like, what is the feeling? And then, like, reassure them that the person is a safe person. Like, that in my head, she doesn't actually have a reason not to like you, right? And not to be herself around you. It's not like you've ever embarrassed her or shamed her or anything like that. So, I sort of start that, Kelly's a safe person.
It definitely picked her moments though. Like when I came over to meet Lachlan for the first time, she didn't because I made sure I said hello to her first. Like I didn't just go straight to Lachlan because I was like, everyone would have done that. And but she didn't shy me away. She was like, she was chatty.
You're so familiar to her. Like I know. I can't wait for the day that she'll
be fine. I'll win her over eventually. But do you know, like Amelia was like that. Amelia was super shy, like for want of a better word, and she didn't talk to any strangers. And now she
can talk the backwards off a donkey.
I have to kind of look at her and be like, shh.
Well, I feel like we're getting there with Ollie because her first week back at dance and we'd been talking about like, you can talk to Miss Melissa. Like it's okay to say hello. If that's all you say to her whole class, that's fine. At the end of the class, I looked at Ollie and I said, did you talk to Miss Melissa? And Miss Melissa interjects and goes, she sort of didn't stop talking. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Hey, wait, Miss Melissa's going to know everything that happens in your life. Miss Melissa is like, oh, I hear you're going on a cruise and Mummy and Daddy are going to have some adult time. And I was like, can I put context to that sentence, please? Because I had been telling people I was going to put Amelia in the kids club so Cam and I could have some adult time, but I meant like go and do.
Like go to the casino.
Yeah. Cam wanted to do a whiskey tasting and I wanted to do a cooking class. And I was like, that's what I meant. I was like, that's
context. I'm scared for that.
They do, like even at the educator at Amelia's after school care, before school care, she's like, I know so much. I know. No, just in general about parents. She's like, kids will literally say the darndest thing. Like she's like, they tell us everything. And
it's already like I can see how, like, obviously the kids have so much access to our lives. Like Ollie walks past the toilet. Are you doing a poo or just a wee, Mum? I'm like, is this really important information? Like, just a wee? Just a wee? You'll be quick? Yes, okay. Oh, yeah.
It's like the time that I got my period when we were in Tasmania and Millie was in the toilet with me and we were in a really busy cafe and I was like, oh, God, I don't have anything. And I had to shove like toilet paper in my pants. and when we walked out, Joe was sitting across the cafe and it was a really busy cafe at the markets, the Salamanca markets. Oh, yeah. And Amelia goes, hey, Jojo, Mummy's got blood in her knickers. And I was like, I died a little inside, but then I was like, yeah, does anyone have a pad or a tampon? Like, I was like, I'm just going to make this to my, because I run out of toilet paper. Like,
I've been outed, so someone help a sister out.
It was so funny. And I was like, oh, they honestly they're so honest and they just have no filter. So
I was helping Ollie. She's like, she comes out. I was in the kitchen and she came out from the little playroom. Oh, I'm going to go and do a poo. Except she says like, it's like she's got an accent and English is her second language. I got to go do the poo. But she says, and the same, I got to do the wee. So anyway, she goes and does a poo and then calls out that she's ready. So I walk down and I go to wipe her bum and she goes, I did a poo on the blue carpet because we have like a muscle mat. And I'm like, did you? I did, Mummy. I'm sorry. And I'm like, okay, thanks for telling me. I go out and see like a little nugget on the blue carpet, right? And I'm like, oh, that's a bit funny. Maybe it came out a bit quick. She's eaten a heap of grapes lately, right? And then I go to get toilet paper and I go back and no, I look about a metre away from me. There's this huge log. Like,
just caught her off guard.
That didn't look like it came out quickly. But, yeah, I think it did just catch her off guard. So strange, though. She's never done that. Like, not since the great seedy log incident of toilet training a year ago. Yeah, so strange. But
that's weird.
But then full apologising about it. Like, so cute. Like, I'm not really sure how to. And then I found in the hallway, I'm like, lucky I didn't step on it. There was another little sloppy bit in the hallway. I'm like, oh, man. Also, not the first shit I cleaned up that day. The cat shat in the laundry sink. Oh, what a thrill. I've had the best day.
Waffle stomper cat turd down the laundry sink.
No, I did get a paper towel and put it in the green bin outside. I probably should have flushed it in the toilet, but no, I didn't waffle stomp it. Thanks, tell the sink. I want my sink stinking like cat shit.
I've heard people talk about waffle stonking.
That's the
waffle
first time I've ever heard it.
Oh, really? Poos in the toilet.
Gross.
But I would put poos in the shower.
No.
But, like, how many people are truly shitting in the shower?
Oh, just kids.
Well, I reckon there's some adults
Ollie
out
hasn't
there.
done many in the shower. People aren't really, are they? That's the first time I'd ever heard of that.
Really?
I don't know anyone that
I don't know anyone that has or anyone that's admitted to it.
And being nurses, like, people sometimes do shit in the shower.
I have accidentally shit in the shower, but when I say shit, it was liquid.
Yeah.
I had been
I nearly did after my hens party.
I was in Kalgoorlie and we went to a car muster at I want to call it like the Naked Reef or anyway, the Reef Motel in Kalgoorlie. And we had got that drunk, like I got the nickname Boxhead Vomitron because we were playing a drinking game where if you got something, whatever, wrong, you had to wear a box on your head, right? Okay. And you had to take shots until someone got the box off you.
Oh, my God.
And I had the box on my head a lot because I'm really dumb at these games. And I got so drunk. And then the next day I had to drive back like 5 hours to where I live. And I was in the shower when I got home in the middle of the night, and I'm not sure how I got back to the hotel. And I was in the shower vomiting, like I vomited all over the wall. And then at one point I just had like full blown diarrhea because my body doesn't cope well with that stuff. And I'm pretty sure someone come knocking on my door at 6 o'clock to say, we're leaving in an hour. And I was like in the shower in like the fetal position, crying because I hadn't slept. I was so hungover. I'd sort of cleaned myself up, but there was like, I feel so sorry for whoever had been in that shower, like to clean it after me. And then I had to drive the like 5 hours home in a convoy, thank fuck, like in a ute convoy. Yeah. But I was like, Or if I pull over, someone stop for me. Like,
Someone bring me another pair of
it's like
pants.
Powerade, a servo sausage roll.
Oh, no.
I was like,
Oh, no. I
Get
feel
back
sick.
to where I lived in Querieting in the nurses' quarters. Good life I was living. And I went to sleep. I had to do night duty that night. I had to call in sick. No, I couldn't. I physically couldn't. I was
Could
like,
you
I'm so
imagine?
sorry.
You,
Like,
put me in the bed. Give me
no,
an
I was
IV.
like, someone give me some fluids. It was, fun times. But yeah, that's literally the only time. And it was just, couldn't control myself. But I was vomiting too. So that's like disgusting in itself.
The first time I ever got drunk, I had full blown alcohol poisoning. The next day, I spent a good 24 hours vomiting and shitting.
Yeah, it's
the whole
terrible,
time.
isn't it?
Like horrific. I was like 13, mind you. My brother got me drunk.
Yeah. I was a late bloomer with the alcohol. But then I binged it a lot.
Well, I didn't drink again for like 3 years after that.
How was your Christmas and New Year's?
Yeah, pretty basic. It was actually great. Mick and I took control of all the cooking at Christmas at my grandma's house, at my Oma. And it was great because the day went really quick.
Yeah, because you're busy.
Yeah, because we were busy. And yeah, it was really good. And I feel like, I don't know, the meal, it was like nobody cooked too much. There wasn't 6 salads and 1 meat. Like we'd planned it all, we cooked it all. It was all bloody awesome.
Yeah.
And and I think because for the last 30 years we've literally had the exact same.
Yeah.
My Oma makes 56 deviled eggs.
Yeah.
And everybody stinks and farts for the whole night. So yeah, that was really nice. And then New Year's, we just had a little one at our place with you. Like, it's like when you got little kids, you don't want to go to a rager.
No.
And you don't want to go somewhere and then people expect you to stay all night, or like, it was just easier. So we literally invited everyone who had little kids and then you.
I'm pretty sure I started saying, right, it's time to go home from about 9:30.
What time did you go home?
Just after midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it in.
Yeah,
We got to
that's
see the fireworks
And
at the local town fireworks.
Yeah, from my backyard.
We're like, yeah.
Saw about 6 fireworks.
Before the community page went off, we're like, oh, he had fireworks. My dogs don't like
So
them.
irresponsible. Shut
There's
up.
a fire
I'm
risk.
watching them.
I mean, it just rained 100 mils that week. There's like no chance of a fire.
That was great. Classic Aussie backyard New Year's. With
Yeah,
babies.
it was. Yeah,
And Ollie made it to after midnight.
Yeah, they all did. That was good, and they were like
And then
well
they
behaved.
crashed
They
they were so good.
left everyone alone and just did their own thing.
I have a photo of the 2 girls like fully crashed on the couch. The 2 toddlers.
And we watched the ABC show with
With a ridiculous band.
the techno the brother and sister that were like
looked incestuous.
we spent the whole night googling them.
They were, man, mental.
They
Like
were-
good fun. I would watch them at a music festival.
Yeah, because
I
they
would
were
specifically
entertaining.
go
Yeah.
and see them like they went off.
Yeah,
But
anyway, it was
probably
a
not
good,
the right party.
absolutely not. It was a good New Year's Eve. Was good. It was nice, and then my Christmas was really quiet too.
Yeah.
It was just Cam's family. It was really nice. It was literally what we needed.
Nice to be low key.
Yeah, it was, and because we'd had like that huge storm the day before,
Yeah.
so it was nice to just be cool. Like, it was so nice to have a cool Christmas.
Let me just say, if anyone's listening with children in the car, just turn it off now and come back to us when you haven't got your kids with you.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert coming. Michael and my dad built a trampoline on Christmas Eve.
You guys were insane. Can we just say there was, just to preference this, there was an epic storm coming.
biggest-
Like, we were aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
They were forecasting like gale force winds. They were like, lock everything down. Towns around us had been hit. And Alicia's
And
she's
so
like,
they built
do you
it in
think
the
my
morning."
trampoline will be okay?
So they built it in the morning, right? And they like pegged it down. We'd taken Ollie somewhere, I can't remember. So then, and on the way home, like we specifically did something, like hung something in the window anyway, so that she couldn't see the trampoline in the backyard. And then this storm hits.
Did we go to the pool or something?
Yeah, it must have been
We
something
were all
like that.
together, weren't
and
we?
Anyway, by the time we got inside, Mick had put all the blinds down so she couldn't see outside, right? And so she
Yeah.
went to bed. And then we literally stood there watching this fucking trampoline all night. I couldn't go to bed. I was so nervous. I was so anxious. I'm like, this thing just cost a freaking fortune. And there's going to be a little girl who wakes up in the morning and sees this crumpled, like, mess of
Merry
a trampoline
Christmas.
going, what happened, Santa? Like,
As it was, she got to watch it out the window while it rained for the whole of Christmas Day.
I know. It was so sad. So anyway, the trampoline did make it.
It did.
It survived. And even now I look at it like, well, nothing's happening to this trampoline now because it survived that night. And, Ollie got up in the morning. It was pouring rain Christmas morning. And she's like, oh, there's a trampoline in my backyard.
Like blew in.
And that was literally the level of excitement because it was pouring rain and she knew that she wasn't going to go out and jump on it. But a couple of days later, I think 2 days later, the rain eventually stopped. So she did get to
it was
have
real
a jump.
wet, Chrissy, wasn't it? And what about start of the year? Is there much happened in the last 6 weeks?
No, just my kid's broken. 4 months is the worst. If you have a baby, right, they lure you.
4-month
It's
sleep
like you have
regression.
this beautiful little newborn and then you're like, oh my God, I slept through the night. And then they sleep through the night for like a week. It's so great. And then suddenly they become 4 months old and they turn into screaming, shitting, fighting, non-sleeping little
Don't
monsters.
They talk about that sleep progression.
To be honest, I forgot about it. I forgot.
That's
doesn't
your
sound like
body's
me
way.
at all.
That's why you have. That's the only way you can to have more kids.
Honestly.
Forget about
I
it.
said to Michael, I don't remember this being this hard with Ollie. And he goes, I fucking do.
Oh,
like,
please.
okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I know,
how many nights do you have to spend in the spare
Well,
room?
and can I tell you, I remember. So I do remember every time she woke, I was like, I'll get it, babe. It's my job to be at home now. Whereas now I'm like, you're up. Tag. No, we're getting there. We're nearly out of it. I can't wait. He did have a good sleep last night, but I looked at my sleep data, like in my watch.
Oh, don't.
I shouldn't have, because it's like 4 hours, 55 minutes, 3 hours, 55 minutes, 7 hours. I have not slept more than 7 hours, and that's not even in a continuous
No,
stretch.
that's right. You're
That's
up and
like-
down.
Anyway, woe is me.
What a dream. What?
It will get better. It will
Yeah,
get-
I mean, I sympathised with you the other night when Amelia woke up and actually woke me up too. So her head was itchy. So I double dosed her antihistamines, put her back to bed.
My head's
And you were
itchy.
like, oh, Lachlan was up 4 times last night. Ollie was up. And I was like, yeah, I know, I feel you. Amelia was up too. Oh.
Oh, it's the worst. Last night wasn't too bad. Ollie pissed the bed though. If she hadn't wet the bed, she actually would have probably slept the whole night. Cairo's magic.
I've
But,
never been to a Cairo.
I've got some exciting news
Yeah.
from our last podcast episode. How I was like, I just need to get an ADHD diagnosis. I basically, after that, like the last month, I've pretty much been driving myself batshit crazy. And
Hyperfixating, would you say?
oh, look, just all of it. Every ADHD symptom you can think of, just maximize it, catastrophize it, and that's what I'm experiencing.
Oh.
And I rang my GP and I'm like, you just need to send like 5 more referrals because I need to get in somewhere and I need to get in now. And he did. And then I got a phone call from somewhere local and they're like, the waiting list is 6 months, but we'll put you on it, rah, rah. And then I get a text like a week later saying that they're going to put me in on the 20th of Feb. So I've got a week.
Very cool.
So cool. So I literally, but then I'm feeling all this pressure like,
No.
no,
Oh,
no,
God.
you don't understand. I'm like, what if I go there and I don't get a diagnosis? What if I go there and they don't think that
Just
that
tell
there's
them all
anything-
this. Can you just want to just take the last episode to her and be
right.
like,
But I literally, and then I'm like, okay, and what if I get a diagnosis and then they're like, you can go to therapy? Like, I've done therapy.
but that's not how you treat ADHD.
But it is. Cognitive behavioural therapy is becoming
Yeah,
a thing
with
because
medication,
no, but
mate.
stimulants have there's all this research now that stimulants fuck your heart. So
Did you just say, oh, yeah, but I know how to treat that too? You'd be like, fuck my
I
heart.
understand my resting heart rate's 60. I'm good.
You'd be like, fuck my heart. I know a good cardiologist.
Yeah.
I'm
I
right.
don't know any good cardiologists.
Oh, I know quite a few.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so I'm worried about that. And then I'm like, the journey on meds like that, sometimes they don't work. And sometimes they don't work for you. And sometimes you got to go through different kinds, and
Oh, why are we starting? Don't. Stop it.
I'm listening to an ADHD podcast
Of course
now
you
too.
are. Fuck. I got so over listening to pop culture podcasts that I'm back on the true crime now.
Oh, are you?
It's taken me a little while to get back to true crime, but I can't listen to any more pop culture. My brain is going to explode from too many
Useless facts.
celebrities.
I'm at the point.
I listen to Parental as Anything and an ADHD. I listen to Pop Talks by Morgan.
Oh, I'm listening
Shameless and
to
Outspoken.
Just Jack and Will.
Oh, I haven't got
Podcast,
into
so
that
good.
yet. Yeah.
But I'm like a mega Will and Grace fan.
Oh, yeah. So are me and my stepmom. We would have Will and Grace marathons.
Bullshit.
Nah, one day we spent the entire day.
Are you sure your stepmom didn't give birth to me?
The only time we got up was to get food. Go to the toilet. One day we literally
amazing.
spent the whole day watching Will and Grace.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, so I do. Yeah, that's the only kind of entertainment podcast I listen to. And I can only really listen to one or two at a time. I can't be like listening to 6 different things. I need to get onto M. Rashiana. I just saw that book you got there. I need to get onto hers, although it's probably a shitstorm. Probably make me more anxious.
It's a ADHD autistic mess.
Yeah.
But I love it. Like I listen to hers every day. Not every day. Every time she puts it out. She puts it out twice a week. I actually pay to listen to her podcast.
Wowzers.
Yeah, because I love her that much.
Right.
She's really good. She lost her brain the other day because, like, not only was it Taylor's football game on,
Taylor's football.
but like they dropped what did she write on here? Like she literally lost her brain because there was too many things happening in her and she couldn't control herself. So then she dropped the most hectic episode. Isolation.
Is it called Insulation because she started it in ISO?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clever.
She's like, it's too much. Wicked trailer, Usher halftime show on roller skates, Taylor and Travis, Beyonce new album, plus 2 new songs already out. Look at the picture of it.
That's great.
All on the same day.
That's mental. I actually didn't catch any of those things. What was I doing? When was it? Yesterday?
Monday. I didn't watch it. I was at work. Fucking chasing my tail. Can't seem to catch up at the moment. My to-do list just gets rolled over onto the next page.
Oh, no.
Hate that.
Oh, no.
Today I literally wrote something on it just so I could cross it off. Like something I knew I was going to do or had just
good.
done,
That's
just
good.
to cross it off to make me feel better
Yeah, good.
about
You've got
it.
to have some little wins. Take the little wins
Yeah.
when they come.
It's been rough. I've just
Especially
done
your
my
job.
first full week last week of the new year because I've had like the odd day off here and there. And then this week's a full week, although not Friday because I'm going to give a presentation
Oh,
at
yes.
the Cancer Nursing Forum.
Oh.
How fun.
Is that about your survivorship program?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations. That's really
Thanks.
exciting.
It is
Is
exciting.
that in person or on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is that?
Bendigo?
Good for you.
Yeah.
Fancy
I'm very
girl.
excited. I know.
Not your first public speaking engagement either.
My first like official work one though. Yeah.
Fancy gal. Being a Friday, you're going to wear your fun scrubs?
No, but I'm not wearing my uniform.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear
The way you screwed up your own.
I'm gonna wear my upgraded Friday dress.
She's glammed up.
Yeah. And I had something else to say on here that I was going to tell everyone and then I forgot.
Oh, look out.
I should have written it down. So I've watched a couple of medical shows over the break. I watched one called Sky Med, which is like Virgin River meets RFDS meets Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a medical flight show set in Canada. It's really good. They see a lot of weird shit.
Is it like factually accurate?
Some of it, sure. And others is just look, right, so get this right. So there's 2 seasons, so it was good. There was like a lot to watch. By the 3rd or 4th episode, I started realizing that what you think is going to happen in the setup, So then I started to have to guess outside the box, right? So I'll give one example.
I'm so good at predicting TV shows.
So one example is there's a couple bouncing on a big trampoline and they're playing strip bounce on the trampoline, right? And he's down to his jocks and he loses whatever game they're playing on the trampoline, has to take his jocks off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, we can all see where this is going.
Okay.
That dick's getting stuck in the spring, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. Couldn't be more wrong, right? So he bounces, something happens, he flips, and it flips her off the trampoline.
Yeah.
His head gets stuck between the springs with his body hanging over, not backwards, but in the process of that, a spring, this is spoiler alert too if you haven't watched it, a spring flies off. Guess where it lands? In her chest. No dick caught in
I will
the spring.
not be watching this. In her chest.
In her chest.
A spring.
A spring in her chest. She's like, oh! And he's like, my head's stuck.
You know what this reminded me of? You know the sweetest thing how there's that scene where the chick's giving a blowjob and his dick ring gets caught behind the uvula. That's what that reminded me of.
Anyway, it's pretty fun. It's a great, I really liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
The way that you've described it, I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm watching."
Nah,
that
there's
show.
lots of good like intertwining stories in there as well, and it's fun. It's
I don't know,
super
though.
inclusive.
Your recommendations.
Get fucked.
You're kind of been blacklisted from recommending anything in my family.
I don't care.
I remember you told us to watch something. You're like, "It's so good, and we watched it. And
yeah, but
Mum
you
was
two
like,
are
"No."
fucking weird,
And then
and you're the
also-
shit you like.
Also, I remember you gave me a recipe.
yes,
for
the beef
Was
curry
it-
layoff. I still make that beef curry all the time, just because you don't like it.
You gave us a recipe for a beef
You did
curry.
it wrong. You did
And
it wrong.
Charlie was like raving about this super simple,
It is
amazing
super
beef curry.
simple.
It had like 3 ingredients, and
Yeah.
the whole time I'm like,
It's actually
this
4
ain't shit.
ingredients.
Whatever. And stock beef curry powder.
No stock. It was curry powder,
Oh, no stock.
coconut milk,
That's it.
beef, and I always add garlic and salt.
Yeah, right.
And you must have done something wrong because
Anyway,
it's delicious.
It was like bland.
You didn't use enough
It
curry
was-
powder.
Yeah, no, it was just like I felt like I was just eating curry powder. Anyway, so
rude.
Michael's like, Kelly doesn't know shit. Are you sure she's a good cook?
He doesn't know shit.
I know he doesn't know shit.
God.
He's not listening to this either.
Nah,
So.
he doesn't care. And then I watched the whole season of Fire Country, which is fucking terrible. I could not stop watching it. 22 episodes.
Jesus Christ.
And I got to the end and I texted Sarah because she was the one who put me onto it, and I said, there better fucking be a season 2 because that ending sucked. Anyway, season 2 comes out on the 16th.
How do you know that?
Because I Googled it because I had to calm my brain.
God.
And then, do you know what I started last night because I was desperate for something new? Chicago Med.
Oh, yeah. Yep. How's that?
Well, did you see my snap before?
I did, yeah.
Why is someone that's recovering from a brain tumour,
Yeah.
an acoustic neuroma,
Yeah.
in the ED? Why
Yeah.
are they back in the fucking ED?
That's stupid.
Send them to the ICU or the ward. And she's
Because the
just...
people running these shows don't work in medicine.
I was like, this all happened in the midst of a shooting, and you've got someone, and the doctor's playing violin in there,
Huh?
and there's not very many nurses, and there's a lot of doctors.
Yeah, well, we all know that that's not
That's not true.
true.
Maybe in America, but not
No,
here.
definitely not.
Anyway, I was like, well, that's episode 3 done. I guess I have 6 more seasons. And
Jesus.
at 18 episodes
Hang
a
in there.
season. Yeah. Come back to me in 6 months. It won't take me that
I'm
long.
just counting down the days to Bridgerton.
Oh, God, when
I'm
is that
dying.
due back?
It's like May. There's 2 drops.
Have
for
you
one
watched?
season?
Oh, I hate that. That's what, buddy.
And
That's
then
what.
Michael tried to defend them. I was like, why is Bridgerton taking? It's been like 2 years since a season of Bridgerton. And he goes, well, I can't imagine it'd be very quick to make.
Why? Because they walk so slow in those big dresses. Shut up, Michael.
I mean, I did agree with him. Like, they're fucking hand
But
sewing
that's
these
what
dresses.
Yellowstone was like too.
Oh.
Like we're still waiting for the end of Yellowstone.
Well, to
aren't
be
we?
honest, I didn't even watch the last season because the season before was so boring.
Yeah, true. And I reckon they kill off the daughter. And I don't know how I
She's
feel
my
about
favourite
that.
character.
I know.
Her and Kevin Costner can't leave.
Love Kevin Costner.
And Rip.
I'd do Kevin Costner.
Me too. I wouldn't kick him out.
No, me either. I'd invite him in. Do you know what else? So speaking of like period dramas, have you watched The Gilded Age?
Not yet, but you did recommend it, and then I forgot what it was called. So now that you've said it, I'll.
And there's also one on Binge that I just watched called. Not it's
I
like
want to watch
Bridgerton.
Persuasion.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But that one's got like woke and like 21st century references. I think it got really bad reviews, but I didn't mind it while I was
like Catherine
watching
the Great. That was a bit of a
Yeah,
piss take.
yeah.
What's this one called? Anyway, it's like there's one. It's really good too. It's like a real. It's got a lot of like family Belgravia. Oh. So there's one season, and then there's Belgravia, the next chapter, which is 25 years later, and it shows the fucked up kids, like because of it's really good, and it's
right. Well, I'm gonna watch that.
It's kind of like Bridgerton, but without all the sexy stuff. Like I think it's a good.
No, that's good.
A good
well,
one.
I mean, I liked Downton Abbey for a little while, and then I lost interest in it.
Yeah. Actually, I saw speaking of losing interest, I saw the funniest reel the other day, and it was like a girl filming herself eating a bagel, and she's like, I accidentally filmed the exact moment that my bagel hyperfixation ended. And she's like sitting there, and she takes a bite, and then she takes another bite, and you can literally see her face go, oh. And she's like, I cooked it too crispy, and there goes the end of my 2-month fixation. And I was like, it's that simple.
That's pretty much what happens to me.
Yeah.
I used to only have the same breakfast every day for months.
Yeah.
Now I rotate between all of those breakfasts. And it's usually depending on what Ollie wants, because she's a fucking dictator at the moment. But I'm watching. So I just watched. What did I just watch? I don't know. I was watching The Great Australian Bake Off, but again, like got to like the 4th season and sort of gave up. And then did you see my story the other day? I put a story up on the Two Humorous Nurses Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like so excited about this show that I thought I was going to really get into, because, you know, I love Drag Race. And it was like a quest for a drag race, or like a makeovers. It was like Queer Eye, like making over people that want to become drag queens and stuff. And I was so excited. And then it was like, I don't know what language it was, something European. And I could not watch it.
I can't do the dubbing.
I watched a little bit. And then also I think like the cultural translations were a bit weird. So I just couldn't do it.
No.
And but then I got on to Dance 100.
Oh,
which I'm actually really enjoying.
Is that the
it's only got
dance
6
school?
episodes. No, it's a like a reality competition.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like it starts with 6 choreographers. They're also like incredible dancers who want to become choreographers.
Yeah.
And they start with 7 dancers each, but there's 100 dancers in total, right?
Yeah.
Then at the end that they've choreographed a number each, and then at the end they basically get all of the 100 dancers to vote for which person they liked or which dance they liked the best. So there's no judges. It's these 100 dancers who judge, who vote with their feet basically, and they stand behind the person that they think should go forward.
Cool.
And then once it gets to the semifinals, they have to do like little dance battles, which is kind of cool. And then like every week they get more dancers that they have to choreograph for, and then they get more dancers. Like, so they have to do 2 numbers with 25 dancers, and then it goes up to like 50. But so I'm enjoying that at the moment.
That's fun.
But yeah, I'm just counting down until Bridgerton.
Do you know when it's coming?
I think it's this. I want to say the 16th of May.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's one in May and one in June. I'm pretty sure.
Fucking hell,
Bridgerton.
That's too far away. There is another season of Clarkson's Farm coming out. And another season.
I love Clarkson's Farm.
So good. And another season of the boys, how they do their grand tours. Top Gear boys. Yes, I love that with Cam as well.
We watch Aussie Salvage Squad. Oh, and we watch the opal mining one.
Oh,
Nick loves that one.
I don't mind all those ones, and the Gold Hunters.
May 16th.
No,
season 3 comes out May 16th. So the first 4 episodes premiere on the 16th of May, and then the next 4 on the 13th of June.
So instead of dropping them weekly, they're just dropping all 4, and then a month later dropping the last 4. Just do it weekly.
Don't even do that. That is way more painful.
All.
Let me binge the shit out of the whole season.
So maybe we just wait. Maybe we just wait. We should go away on the weekend of June the 13th and watch Bridgerton.
I am not waiting. Shit, I've been waiting.
You'll just watch it again.
I will have watched it 3 times by the time we go away on June 30th.
That's insane. Oh, my God.
So watch this space for my ADHD diagnosis.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Nervous, scared.
You
should see my list of things in my phone so I don't forget to tell the psychiatrist.
Oh, no.
Because to get diagnosed with ADHD, apparently you have to see a psychiatrist. Oh, that's not it. It's got one thing in it.
Yeah, she can't find it. Jesus Christ. You should see her
I
notes.
told you I have a few.
Her notes app.
Where is it?
Can't you prioritise them? Pin them to the top or something?
I don't know if you can.
I think just show them this.
Shut up. I've actually deleted heaps.
Oh.
Look at this. This is all my symptoms.
Yeah.
These are all my symptoms, Cully.
Yeah.
It's 4 pages.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that said major erection.
Major rejection sensitivity
I was like, oh, lucky
and
you.
justice sensitivity. Erection sensitivity. I'm very sensitive to when people get erections. Especially my dog.
Ew.
I just can't handle it. If he's got a boner, like, don't come near me.
Yeah, I mean,
It's gross.
that's how I feel about my husband. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding, Cam. Just kidding. He'll listen too. Oh.
Hi, Cam.
Yeah, I don't really have much. Life is literally just work. We're off to Perth to see Pink.
Woo!
In a couple
Missed your chance to get Taylor Swift tickets again today.
Shit. I had my personal laptop at work because I needed it for a meeting this afternoon. So I had that going. I had the work laptop going, which I actually started mid-meeting. And I said to everyone, can this meeting please finish on time? Taylor Swift tickets go on sale at 2 p.m. and I won't be missing out. So mid-meeting, I'll just like log on to Ticketek. And then I had it on the work computer as well, my desktop computer. And then 10 minutes in, the hospital internet and phone system drops out. I was like, get my phone off Wi-Fi, get my laptop off Wi-Fi. I was like, hotspot to my phone. Yeah. Not that it helped. And then Jess rang me. Jess, I was like, if I get in, I'll buy 4 tickets.
Yeah.
If you get in, you buy 4 tickets, right? So she can take Willow and I'll take Amelia. So Jess rings me and I answer and I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, I'm in. Oh my God, seat reserve. It's like however much. I was like, that's fine. No more than that though.
Get tickets?
No.
Oh.
So she's like, I can't get 4. And I was like, just save yourself. And then she messaged and it timed out. You know, when you click through to the next screen to pay, it just timed out.
Rotten.
It's so rotten.
They should just do it like a roulette. Literally like.
I don't know how Ticketek system works, but it's fucked. Because some people I know have tickets to like 3 or 4 concerts. Mm-hmm. One of Cam's friends has tickets to Friday night and Saturday night. Like, how do you, anyway, I really only did it because I wanted to be able to look Amelia in the eye to say, I tried again.
Yeah.
And sorry. But Pink's enough. I mean, I would love to have gone to Taylor because the show would be incredible.
But Pink is a
way
performer.
better. Yeah.
Like, I saw Pink in Melbourne and I was like, bitch, this was worth every fucking cent.
Well, I've been to her last 2 concerts, and this time, like they've all been arenas. This time's at stadium.
Ooh.
So
it's going to be even bigger. And better.
I can't wait to take Amelia and just like experience that whole. We have matching Taylor Swift t-shirts.
What you mean, Pink?
Sorry, matching Pink t-shirts. And
I love that.
I think I have bright hot pink leggings to wear, but I think it's going to be too hot in Perth to wear them because they're like full length ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll just get major butt and like fanny crack sweat. It'll be gross. So I think I'll wear my pink t-shirt but with like my flowy skirt just so it's like not going to be hot. And then
it's going to be so good. I loved seeing Pink. I've loved all the concerts that I've been to. I never went to a concert and thought.
What was your very first concert they ever went to?
John Farnham.
John Farnham.
It was his
comeback.
The last time, I promise tour.
Do you know what my first concert was? I was at the Perth Entertainment Centre, which doesn't exist anymore, the N-Cent. And I went and saw all the small things.
Bullshit.
Truth. Blink 182. was my very first concert.
Oh, no, my first concert wasn't John Farnham. It was Yellow Card. And it was at, what do they sing? Oh, anyway, Lights and Sounds. And songs you wouldn't know anyway.
Yeah.
It was, and the only reason I went is because all the girls at my dancing were going and they wanted me to come. So I went and I listened to every possible Yellow Card song I could and knew the words to every single song. And I actually did grow to love them, but they were so, so good. It was like, they're like a punky kind of rock band or pop rock. Really.
Yeah.
And, that was at Festival Hall in Melbourne. Yeah, it was
I like
really
Festival
good.
Hall. It's real moody.
Yeah, so good.
I saw Corey Taylor, Cole Stone Sour there with Cam. Corey Taylor's my whole pass.
You still see them a lot, don't you?
Well, he just came by himself this year for he came for the whatever festival they did in December, but he played a show at the Heathcote Theatre. It was really nice. It was only about 3,000 people.
I really need to see G Flip because I wanted to go when they were here in Melbourne, but I was 38 and a half weeks pregnant and couldn't move.
Yeah, I would
so
like
not
to
ideal.
see them too.
And but the tour keeps getting extended and extended.
I know.
And so every time there's a post of like, where should we come next? I'm like, regional Australia.
Yeah. Bendigo.
Seriously.
Shepparton.
Well, Angie
Even
McMahon's
Albury.
coming to Bendigo. I want to go and see Angie McMahon.
I don't know her. Do you know, apparently Tones and I is opening for Pink.
Fuck yeah. That's gangster.
Yeah. I was like, I'd like to see her.
I remember my sister went and saw Bruno Mars. I'm pretty sure it was Bruno Mars. Oh, yeah. And Dua Lipa opened.
Oh, isn't that?
But this was before Dua Lipa was even like anyone. And Ruby was like, someone named Dua Lipa opened for Bruno or whoever it was. I couldn't remember. Maybe it was Ed Sheeran back in the day, someone. And she's like, yeah, Dua Lipa. Oh, I've decided like she's amazing. Like, and Ruby became like an instant fan. And then like maybe 5 years later, like Dua Lipa's huge.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang.
There was I'll never forget one of the best experiences I had. Like I'm not a huge live music fan because I don't like the crowds. Like it overwhelms me, and like the thought of actually going and seeing Pink at Optus Stadium is killing me, right? Like it's but we're getting there. But we're getting there early, so I'm like, we'll get to our seats, we'll be fine, right? Yeah. The crowds won't be too bad.
Yeah.
And then but I remember I would have been like 18 or 19 and we went into this little bar and I was just on this random date with someone, right? And I didn't date anyone. And he's like, there's this like little band that I really want to go see. And I was like, whatever. And we go into this back bar of this hotel in Vic Park and I can't even tell you where it is. Like, it's like, anyway, don't know. Go in. It's this like dark little dungeon. And you know who was playing?
Who?
The Living End. He was like, do you know who they are? And I was like, yes. How did we know who they were back then? Because
we stole music off the internet.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't have Spotify or anything. Like, it was like on the radio
everybody
or something.
Watched Rage on a Sunday morning. That's why.
But they weren't big. They weren't that big. But I don't know if it's just because of like the people that I'd hung out with were pretty grungy. And I'd been away on cattle stations at that point. So I was heavily influenced by country music, by mid-90s country. Like I was kicking it with Shania Twain and Alan Jackson and Garth Brooks and Tim McGraw and like Reba McEntire. Like I was
pretty much my whole upbringing because my mum was obsessed with country music, but she never kept up with the current country music.
I'm exactly the same. A bit of Luke Combs and stuff now again, Morgan Wallen.
Trisha Yearwood cassette tapes and I knew every single song from both sides.
I love Trisha Yearwood.
Same here, she's a bomb.
And then I just remember just getting so excited that I was like there and it was the best night. And I just think I've never been able to recreate that scenario because it was like a really small crowd and he was like so excited that, I mean, he was a dick, but whatever. Yeah. So excited that I knew who they were. And I was just like, I actually don't know how I know, but.
What was that your favourite like kind of experience with
I think so.
Music?
I think so. But I loved Pink, which is why I've gone back every single time. Every single time she comes, I will go. Like I'll endeavour to go.
I love that.
I don't care about like I tried for Taylor Swift because I just think what an experience.
Oh, what an experience.
I tried fucking hard for Luke Combs. Yeah. Like mostly because Cam and Amelia love it would be a great family experience. Tim McGraw broke my heart the week of my wedding because he came over and then he cancelled his Perth leg because it was too expensive, but offered everyone tickets from Perth to go to Melbourne. I couldn't fucking go because I was getting married that week. But Cam told me that he's been hinting that he's going to do an Australian leg.
God.
And I was like, I don't know if I'll forgive him. And then I was like, yeah, of course I will. I need to. But I saw Garth Brooks. That was really fun, except someone threw a cup at my head because I stood up to dance.
Oh, fuck off.
It was like plastic seating. And I was like, it's country, fuck off.
That was like at Keith Urban, like if you stood up, people were like booing you and telling you to sit down. I'm like, it's Keith Urban.
It's because they're all old and they think they're at their local country music club on a Sunday or something. Like, fuck off.
Real. I want to kiss a girl.
It's Garth Brooks. Who doesn't like honky tonk?
Honestly.
Boot scoot and boogie, you dickheads.
Beretta, won't you put me on? I gotta send my love down. You gotta dance to that.
And there was no like non-seated area. Like it was all seated.
Wow, that's hard. Yeah, that's hard.
Because they're all old.
I went to so like Michael and all his old scuba diving friends from the Great Barrier Reef had all decided they were going to go to Falls Festival at Marion Bay. Oh. I'd never been to a music festival.
Never.
I literally had no idea what I was getting into, right? And I'm like 22 and I'm like, oh yeah, this will be great. I've never been to a music festival. So we like flew to Tassie and did the whole ridiculous bus ride down to Marion Bay, which is fucking stunning. Like amazing location for a music festival. Anyway, I look at the list. I'm like, bullshit. Blue Juice. And you don't know Blue Juice? Walking around on broken leg.
Oh, yeah, right. So I don't know the names of anything.
Okay, well,
you just sing me the song.
Blue Juice is like sensational and like a full-on obsession of mine. There were so many. There was like the Kite String Tangle, the heaps of bands that you probably don't know. But then Salt and Pepper were there, right? Remy, this really good rapper, Dan Sultan was there. Empire of the Sun counted down the new year with us to loving every minute because you made me feel so alive. And you know, that's like when you say you feel like you'll never be able to recreate. We'll never be able to recreate. Like seeing Blue Juice, they all got their tops off. They're all sweaty. They're fucking running around. Like that was the last time they ever played together. And like, it was incredible. Even though everybody around me was fucked off on drugs. Yeah. And I'm like very anti-party drugs. I know, sad. Stick in the mud.
Nah, but I like safety.
Well, and I just, it makes me uncomfortable. Like, get drunk. Don't get pants shitting drunk. Yeah. I mean, it's different. I guess it's different when you're with your friends, but when people are so fucked off on drugs that they are like affecting your time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I don't like. Yeah. Like, have fun, party.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yourselves up.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't be pushing me off a table. Like, that kind of shit. So, but I mean, overall, it was brilliant. And I'll never, ever recreate that, like, feeling.
I think there's always little moments with music, and I think music is like, because I'm not a huge, I wouldn't say like I'm a music doesn't play a huge role in my life, right? Like I don't need to listen to it.
The Wiggles plays a huge role in my life at the moment, and Justine Clark.
But I remember when I was in Broome, we went into lockdown after the pub shut one night at the Divers Tavern, and my housemates worked there, and so like we were always allowed to stay. And I was so drunk, and then I just hear this guitar start and this chick start singing, and I was like, no fucking way. And then we were all like, what is happening? It was Missy Higgins fucking just sat in the pub in lockdown at 2 o'clock in the morning, just strumming on her guitar. And I was like, thankfully, like we didn't have mobile phones.
Yeah.
Like we had mobile phones, but they weren't like it was a flip phone.
Take a photo.
Oh, I could have dropped it in my beer and would have been fine. So I was literally sat at her feet.
Oh God.
Like singing away with her, like so fucking drunk.
That.
Thank God there's like no footage. And I was like, that's like, it's those little experiences iconic. Because Missy Higgins was in like Broome the whole time I was there. Like it was just her safe place at that time. And she wrote, an album up there, and she often would play in the pubs, but like that for me was like incredible. Insane. And she was just as drunk as the rest of us. And
that's
it was
a bit like serendipitous, isn't it? Like you just happened to be at the right place at the right moment.
And it wasn't like a Friday night or something. It was like a Tuesday night. And it was just, it was so good.
I love that.
It was like the time that, what's her name? What's that guy's name that was in my toilet at
Xavier
my house?
Rudd.
Xavier Rudd. Again, because my housemate worked at the Divers Tavern, would often bring a lot of people home, and I did night shifts, so I was often up most nights. But anyway, this night I wasn't getting drunk. I was trying to sleep. And
you weren't trying to give blowjobs to bouncers?
And I was like, where my room was, I had like sort of my own bathroom and a toilet sort of around. I was on the bottom floor, but sort of around the side. So it was like away from everybody. Anyway, and the toilet was quite big and it had a sink in it and stuff. Anyway, I was just sat on the toilet in like a little tiny singlet top and knickers, right? But I obviously didn't have knickers on, so I was on the toilet. And the door opens and I'm like, oh, sorry, like I'm in here. And this drunk dude just walks in and he's standing there and he's like, g'day. I'm like, oh, on the toilet. And he's like,
occupied.
How you doing? And I was like, I'm weeing. And he just stood there. I was like, do you reckon like maybe turn around so I can wipe my bottom? Like just don't watch me. Like don't make eye contact with me while I'm wiping.
Well, I'm kissing.
So like stand up, pull my knickers up. Like trying to wash my hands and he's like talking to me and I was like, oh, can I go? And he goes, do you know who I am? And I was like, nah, like, no.
Should I?
No idea. You're in my toilet. Like,
yeah. Do you know who I am?
Like, I'm Xavier Rudd.
Oh, bullshit. Like, he said James Bond.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't know who he was. Anyway, next day I get up and I was like, said to my flatmate, who was here last night? Because like some guy called Xavier bailed me up in the toilet. He's like, Kelly, that's Xavier Rudd. And like it's not like Google was that readily available. No. It was 2005 or something.
You had to go down to the local CD shop.
No. I think we had, I might have had to get my laptop out to do it or something. Like I couldn't do it on my phone. I didn't even have Facebook. Couldn't have even Facebooked.
Get on the old broadband, NBN.
Yeah,
get dial it, plug it into the wall.
Anyway, that was fun. I still really don't know who he is. Some folk singer.
Yeah, he's follow the sun.
Oh, that's annoying.
Wind blows,
I need to be stoned to listen to him.
Yeah, it's really nice actually. He's a good singer.
Oh, well, I'll tell him next time he finds me in a toilet.
That I'm a fan. Yeah. No, that's literally the only song I know.
One hit wonder.
Who would you really want to see other than Taylor Swift? I don't know how we got onto music. So weird, this podcast.
I really wanted to see Luke Combs because I love his music. I just think he's a lovely person because I know him personally. Yeah. He can bail me up in a toilet. Again, he's like an Ed Sheeran. He's not hot, but he has a real hot wife. And because he sings, and he sings like in a way that I like, I'm like, you're pretty attractive. And then he takes his hat off and I'm like, no, you're not.
But that's like footy players. Like it's like their status gets them sexy people.
Because like Ed Sheeran's not hot, but he's like a nice person, so I'd bang him.
And I think about Usman Khawaja sometimes. Like I love him. Absolutely love him.
Do you like that I know who he is?
Yeah, I'm really impressed actually.
Thanks.
And he's like my favourite cricketer. But sometimes I wonder if he wasn't a cricketer, would he have found a wife so sexy that was willing to convert to Muslim to be with him?
Yeah.
Like I do wonder how much.
And I don't want to judge people on money, but I mean, if Luke's offering, see you, Cam. I'll fling you some money to look after your kid.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'll send you some child support.
Do you know, I
have to tell you something that I saw. You'll love this because it's about Kim Kardashian. I saw a meme. You've probably seen it. And it was like, Kim and Kanye's divorce has settled. He's going to pay her $200,000 a month in child support. And then it was like 18 years. 18 years. Got all your kids, got you for 18 years.
If Kanye's
people like your baby mama car crib is bigger than
if Kanye's wife needs help, just blink twice. Like honestly,
is he married again?
Yeah, to an Aussie.
What?
Bianca.
Is she a dumb shit?
Yeah, I think so. Like he's full turned her into Kim.
Oh, what?
And I feel like it's him because I don't feel like anyone's that. I feel like he's very mentally abusive. He's like coercive, controlling. Yeah, 100%. Kanye needs help.
Yeah.
A lot of help.
Kanye, if you need help.
Hit us up. hello@twohumorousnurses.com. We'll get you the help you need.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Although did read a review on his new album that was like, whatever he's doing, keep it up, best album in ages.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm not even listening. Well, Kanye's not really my cup of tea.
I don't. He's got some pretty good songs.
Yes, but old Kanye.
Yeah.
Like old Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before he got cooked.
Yes. Yeah.
But then some people like Lil Nas X, isn't he like cooked now in the head?
I don't know. But
Yeah.
I mean, his film clips look like he's cooked.
And he's dropping a new album.
And what's this Beyonce dropping a country album? First, old mate, Tired Always.
I think she's like reclaiming black culture or something, I heard.
I haven't heard the song yet. I need to like.
Because I think country's like got its roots in black culture.
Look, I'm not complaining.
No, I'm excited.
If B wants to drop a country album, I'll listen because I don't really like her stuff at the moment.
No, some of her stuff.
I
And
just
that's the
don't.
thing, and I think that's a cultural thing because I actually think I've been watching Rhythm and Flow as well, actually, with Cardi B. And there's one guy who's like, murder, 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 murder. And she goes, that scares white people. And I'm like, I think about that sometimes because I'm like, you know, we are culturally quite different. And I mean, white people get scared easy. And
Yeah, because they're
and
like.
I feel like I can't relate to Beyonce's music sometimes, and I think that's because it's not actually aimed at me, and that's
No.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Gaga.
Yeah. Yes.
She would be pretty incredible.
She would be incredible. I just want to see someone who puts on more than a show. It's not always about the music for me. Like that's what I like about Pink is that
Whereas mostly it's about the music for me.
See, because Pink's not singing the whole song, right? She's not singing it like she's standing in. Because how do you sing and do acrobatics? But she sings enough and she sings well enough for me. Like Pink's not the greatest singer in the world. She's very
and
good,
athletic. Like she's such a performer.
That's
But
right,
yeah,
and you go for that.
She's not the typical like incredible vocalist.
And it's not the full vocals as if she was recording in a studio where
of
she's
course
not flying
Yeah,
around the
yeah.
arena. So when she sings
But I
So
still
What and is
think
flying
it's
around the
very close.
arena,
Yeah.
but she's not lip syncing,
No.
but she's just not singing the whole song.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's absolutely fine. And I'm
She
pretty
does
sure
a lot
Taylor
of
Swift.
medleys with her songs as well, which I didn't rate. Because some of them are your favourites and you want to hear the whole song. And
Yeah.
she
always plays her favourites. Like she always plays crowd favourites no matter. I reckon the last two concerts have been so similar with just the new songs thrown in. And I feel like this one will be the same.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't bring Willow out on stage to sing Sunshine,
Yeah.
not that I really like that song that much, but like bring Willow out on stage, mate. Make that kid perform. Earn her keep.
Great.
But yeah. Well, we probably need to wrap it
Yeah,
up.
you're right.
We will put out as many episodes as we can in 2024, but like life is chaos.
Yeah. I might
So-
update people on my stories after my appointment.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Be
you're
interesting.
away and then I'm away
Yeah.
after. So it'll be a couple more weeks before we'll drop this episode and then we'll drop the Nurses Who Kill. Mm-hmm. And then it'll be a couple of weeks unless you and Jess want to record an episode
we possibly
together.
could. I could have a look at that.
Otherwise, we could always do one while I'm... Nah, I won't have any time in Perth. I'm smashing
and
out
don't.
so much in
And
one
don't.
week.
You don't want to.
So much in one week.
I'm the biggest excitement for me about my holiday. We're literally holidaying an hour away from home.
Yeah, I love that.
It's amazing. And it also means that I can go to my specialist.
Yeah, that was lucky.
So lucky. And then
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to the naps.
Do you like my comment?
Your comment. Why can't you nap now? I'm like, ha, lol. Lol. The mayo. Ruffled mayo.
I laughed so hard. I didn't even I was like, I'm just going to put that in there. Yeah, why can't you nap
I
now?
thought you were being
Shit.
serious.
No.
No, and so it's going to be nice to have Mick around. And I'll be like, are you sure you don't want to take the kids to the pool?
I often have a nap on the weekend. Love it. And
I've had one nap in 4 months. Fuck.
all right. Well, good chat.
I'll see you in 3 minutes for Nurses Who
Gonna
Kill.
I'm going to eat a mini egg while
I need to go and get a drink.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Is that the end? Follow us on Instagram at Two Humorous Nurses Podcast, and you can find us on Facebook actually.
Yeah, it's real
as well.
dead in there.
Man, yeah, because I'm dead in there. I haven't even looked in there. You just find my carcass.
I'll let me know that Facebook was Alicia's idea when she was in a moment of up.
Yeah.
Then we all went,
There's been a lot
down.
of downs the last 4 months.
Anyway, jump in. You never know what might pop up in there. Or don't. We don't care.
There probably won't be anything. I do. I mean, I say I'm very ambitious.
Don't make any promises.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it's there. Join.
Look, you'll know when she gets on the ADHD medication because all of a sudden she'll be posting every day.
Yeah, no, because I'll be committed.
Her brain will be like,
it'll last
work.
longer than a day. I can't believe we've been doing this podcast for 2.5 years.
Yeah. 3.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but do you know why we have?
It's a miracle because of you.
Yeah. I'm like, get the fuck over here. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Radio.
Okay.
Bye.
Do you know what? I really want to make it to 100 episodes. We're going to be at episode 8.
close.
We can't stop yet. At 100, we might both
At 100, we'll start a GoFundMe and people can fund the rest of the podcast.
It's only 17 episodes.
I know, there's not much to go. We will easily find content. But
Even if we just do a whole stack of Nurses
If you
Who
have
Kill.
any suggestions, should we do a Nurses Who Kill spin-off? I think we should.
By spin-off,
when
do
this
you
is
just
finished.
mean like a new series that we're not just a new podcast
Just stop
series?
doing this one and just do Nurses Who
Yeah,
Kill.
we'll just tack it on to this. Just roll into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have anything you particularly want us, anything funny, like I really want the next couple of months to just be super lighthearted and funny.
Yeah.
Just funny shit.
Are you sure
like,
you don't want to do the biological warfare one that I suggested?
Fucking hell. Alicia's like, I put a couple of run sheets in the drive
I
and
was
I
really
opened it and I was
excited
like,
about those. I think just because I find them actually interesting. Anyway, if you
also,
want, if
by
you want us
starting
to
a run sheet, she wrote A, 2 humorous nurses with Kelly and Alicia. K, the podcast that. And then A, welcome to 2 humorous nurses where we plan to bring you funny, informal, conversational chat about all things nursing. And that's it. She didn't put anything else in. She just put the title in.
I just started them. I hadn't actually finished them. I just said to you I started them. Don't you know anything?
Anyway, we'll just do some real funny, lighthearted ones just to because there's new grads starting. They're going to need a lot of support.
We should look at technology. Like, you know how the Japanese brought out those robots that look like Big Hero 6 and they like lift people out of the bed? We could talk about anyway. That's
what kind of robotics we use.
I don't know. Anyway, hit us up. We kind of need some help.
We just need a little bit of inspiration, just something funny. Like we really need to do like episodes like feet and stuff. You know, like those ones that were just dumb.
We still need to interview a mortician. We need to do the bed episode. We've got lots of episodes back in the vault that we really need to pull out.
In the vault.
Yeah. So we'll go back. We'll start brainstorming. This is actually the first time Kelly and I have gotten together
in ages.
In ages. So
we had coffee once with my stepmom and everyone else a few weeks ago, and that's it. Literally haven't seen each other.
So when we find some
and
brain
we're going
power,
for dinner tomorrow night on Valentine's Day. All the girls are going.
What?
We're going for Galentine's Day. We're all leaving our husbands at home.
I think you said, well, the girls are going, like you're not going.
Everyone's ditching me for a thing that I've got coming up. No one wants to come. And then someone's like, are we still going to dinner tomorrow? And I was like, well, I am. If I have to eat curry by myself, that's fine.
I'm going to stop having children so that I can be more available to you. So.
Thanks. So selfless.
Yeah.
Righto. See you later. Bye.
Bye.